2026 is going to be an awesome year. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. First off, we got Foundations of Recovery. This is our flagship program. We're starting it in January.
This is for anyone, man, woman, or couple who wants to come and reclaim their heart from shame, trauma, and betrayal. We start off with an education on all sorts of principles, give you the common language. We feed you from a fire hose in terms of all things recovery.
It is such a great start to recovery. And we get at the roots of things, Tyler. This isn't like any other program. Like, this is our healing journey in process, and Foundations is where we begin.
If you look at the value that you're getting there to kick off a good recovery with all of the right education, all of the right language, and a team to get you started while also being directed by Brannon and myself through the whole process, what a deal.
So if you're interested, if you're struggling, if you've been wanting to do something for a long time, jump into this. This only comes around every so often, and we would love to have you there.
Click the link in the description to sign up for it. And to make it even sweeter, we're also including a raffle for a free pass to the Radiant Dawn retreat. Anyone who signs up for Foundations will be added to the raffle for that free Radiant Dawn pass. If you're a man and you sign up for Foundations, your name still gets entered, and you can give that pass away if you win it to any woman that you want to.
So what you're saying, Tyler, is if you sign up and participate in Foundations, you could possibly go to Radiant Dawn for free?
That's exactly what I'm saying, which is crazy because Foundations by itself is already an insane value.
Man, I sound so salesy. But it actually is awesome. So come to Foundations. And even if you don't come to Foundations, sign up for Radiant Dawn. It's beyond therapy, the best healing experiences that you can have.
Click the link below and come join us. How can boundaries help you love your family more during the holidays? Welcome to the Therapy Brothers podcast.
I'm Brannon.
I'm Tyler.
We're brothers.
We're therapists.
And we know recovery.
Bring your stories, your questions, your successes with real recovery.
Hey, Tyler, you ready to have some hard conversations?
Let's do it.
Let the Therapy Brothers podcast begin. Oh, this should be a fun one.
Oh, Brannon. This will be a great one, man.
Yeah. Speaking of which, when you think of family, when you think of cousins and Thanksgiving,
I already know where you're going, dude.
Who do you think of?
I'm already excited because we have a guy who listens all the time, and his favorite thing about the show is stories about Biggs.
Hey, what do you know?
Hey, I go to Biggs. Hey, when we get into gratitude for the holidays around Thanksgiving, you know, everyone has traditions. Most people skip Thanksgiving and just focus on Christmas because they like to spend all their money and get wound up tight.
But it's all about Thanksgiving.
But our family, my favorite holiday of the whole year is Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And one of the things I'm most grateful for is that nearly every year that we have a big family dinner.
Every year
that I've been there, that Biggs has been there, there's been the tradition of the turkey song.
Yep. Biggs leads our family in the turkey song with actions.
He has actions. Like, he actually does.
His turkey. Look at that turkey.
Little turkey.
Go to YouTube and check out the turkey that Biggs created that.
The turkey.
That's brilliant.
That ran away.
Yeah.
He has actions for the whole song. Ran away from school one day. Gobble, 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 said he. A Thanksgiving turkey I will not be.
No, sorry. I shouldn't do it. That's his.
Don't do it all. That's his.
He owns it. That's his.
That is his tradition.
He leads us in the turkey song. And you think he'd be doing it to like the kids and stuff? No, he leads all the adults.
He leads the adults in the turkey
song. Greatest family tradition we have. Thanks to Biggs.
Some people do the nativity.
Yeah.
Biggs does the turkey song.
It's the best, man. And only Biggs can pull that off.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for family during the holidays, but we're going to talk about how to act. A lot of times, Tyler, let's back up a little bit. A lot of times the holidays are just kind of a a shiz show, right?
Oh, dude, they're like rife with
family.
all sorts of undercurrents, family patterns. Like, there's always this kind of, for a lot of people, they'll describe like, I'm excited to go be with family, but I'm also scared to be with family because I know that it's probably going to stir up some kind of
I'm dreading
drama, or I'm kind of dreading it, or it's like a mix of both because we both are tied to each other. We want those relationships, and then a lot of times we kind of feel let down by it, and it turns into drama.
Yeah, and so how can you actually enjoy being around your family during the holidays? That's what we want to break down. And it has everything to do with healthy boundaries. It's all about healthy boundaries. It's learning how to not take things personal, having compassion for them, and then having healthy boundaries. So we talk about boundaries a lot, but let's just like break that down just a little bit, Tyler. What does it mean to have healthy boundaries during the holidays? And then maybe we can get into another story or two about our Thanksgivings.
Sure, you bet, man. Before we jump into boundaries, I just want to say that I think the reason a lot of people will relate to this topic is there's some things that kind of go on, I think, that add to it for a lot of people. And one of them is that we, as adults, we have now moved away from home, most of us anyway, hopefully, and we've kind of established our own lives, and we're living our own lives. We have our own jobs, we have our own families, we have our own kids, our own hobbies, our own other relationships, friendships, and we've kind of grown into the lives that we're in. But then when we travel home for things like the holidays, we come home being who we are, and we step back into a system that raised us and that maybe had different roles or expectations. And a lot of times that's one place where there's a lot of friction that happens.
I think that's a great point, Tyler.
Yeah. So
it's like all of a sudden you're the second child who plays a certain role, and you're expected to play a certain role with your family. Where at your job or with your current family, it's like you're not that. But then all of a sudden you're expected to.
Yeah, because that's just what the autopilot of the family had been for so long. It's not like it's conscious. It's not like it's malicious, but it's also something that then causes friction.
It just is. Yeah.
Because here I am. So like, for instance, let's say if I'm, I'll just, come up with some kind of an example, but if I am, if I'm the family hero, and I need to make sure that I always make sure the family looks amazing, but then I kind of get out into my own world and I kind of let all that go. But then I come back home for the holidays. If the wheels are coming off the cart in my life, I still have to show up as if everything's amazing and awesome, and I don't actually get to be authentic that way. Or maybe I've been the person who, maybe I think a lot of people relate to this one. I was the child who actually became the sounding board or the caretaker for my parents growing up. And then I got out of the house. I got my own family going. I've kind of let that go a little bit. But now that I'm coming home, the first thing that's going to happen is one of my parents is going to pull me aside and start telling me about like the problems with the other parent and have me want to take on that role again. And I'm going to, on the inside, kind of cringe going, man, I really want to see you and I'm excited to be with you, but I don't want to be put back in this same position again because it doesn't work for me anymore.
Yep. I mean, we could go down the list. It's like you get me thinking about all kinds of different dynamics of things like let's say mom is way over attached and you get there with your wife and kids and mom is like using you for connection and your wife's kind of like, what the fetch is happening? Like we need some space. Like there's weird boundaries here between you and mom, anything like that could be happening. Maybe in your family you were always the one that people laughed at and made fun of, and you're respected at your job or whatever. But you go back to
you're the family jester.
You're the family clown, and it's just like let's just make fun of get made fun of for the whole holiday. Like,
and you put a smile on your face even though on the inside you're hating it.
Yeah, and the in-law or your spouse is kind of like, why do you take that? Why do you show up that way with your family, but you're showing up so different here? And it's because of these dynamics that have been built your whole life. And so it's exciting to be around family and fun. You want to connect, but at the same time, you're going into systems, just like you said, Tyler, you're going into systems that have been built over a long period of time. What happens if you actually challenge those systems?
Sometimes that actually causes more in the short term, it causes more friction and sometimes even more drama. And that's why so many people kind of refuse to actually set boundaries, is because they can't stand the thought of having that kind of drama. And so they just kind of take what they think is the next best option, which is to either be resentful or burned out, or to kind of like dread going to this family thing, even though they kind of really want to go because they still value the relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
but here's the thing, Brannon, like to what you're saying, and to our listeners who are listening right now, if you're listening to this and you have a couple of things going on as you're looking at going into Thanksgiving or Christmas and the plans with your family, if you are dreading it, if you're resenting it, that likely isn't only about your family. That actually is giving you some data about you.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of what we want to talk about.
Absolutely. And well, let's start here, Tyler. You don't have to go.
That is an option.
That's an option. You don't have to go.
But if I don't go, that's going to cause all sorts of drama with my family.
Great. But the truth is, and that the reason I say that right after what you just said is, you have a lot of choice. You have a lot of power and control in terms of how close you get or not to people. And so when you're saying that's maybe about you some, you feel like you lose power and control with some relationships where you're guilt tripped into things. It's a holiday, you're forced, you don't have a choice. You have a choice. So if you're going in to, I think of my favorite is Clark Griswold, because I relate to him so much. You know,
you are Clark.
I am Clark. That's who I am.
You punched your front yard Santa in the face.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am exactly him. Like, I've had a tree that size on my car before, with the road rage going on, going up there to get it. Like, but I just think I love it because it's such a great show, because the family keeps coming over, like the in-laws come, and then the old aunt and uncle
with the Jello and the cat litter in it,
yeah, burning the tree down and saying the Pledge of Allegiance. They just break every boundary. They just like every they're just dysfunctional, break every boundary. And Clark's sitting there just like trying to make it happy for everyone, just trying to make it good, right? And the truth is he doesn't have to invite any of them over. He doesn't. He can have his space, right? So this is the song and dance of, I know you're dysfunctional. I know maybe you're a little even toxic, but can I have compassion for you and love you? Still enjoy the holidays with you. Be as close to you as I want to be. And we can all have a good time together. I think you need to ask yourself that question. Do I have the strength to actually, in a loving way, be compassionate and boundaried with these people so that I can have a good time? Right?
Yeah. I think, Brannon, like maybe that's a starting point here when you're thinking about this for yourself, right? Is I need to do an inventory of, and this could be across a lot of different things, what kinds of topics am I afraid of talk about? What kinds of space proximity works for me and doesn't work for me in terms of feeling overwhelmed or kind of smothered? Or what kinds of patterns of interactions work and don't work for me in terms of what's going to make me feel resentful or have my value stepped on or walked over? And then the first question to come back to that is, in order for me to enjoy being in the presence of this person or this person or this person, this is the kind of dynamic that I need to have in order to not resent them.
No.
Right. Yeah. Because then what I'm now saying is, I want to enjoy you. I want to be connected to you. I want to have great shared experience with you. And the way that we can do that is with this, and this sort of guideline or parameter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That sounds so cold and regimented a little bit, the way you just said that. And I think, like The way I can enjoy you is with this parameter or this thing. And I get it. Like relationship is flowing. It's free flowing, right? But I think what you brought up earlier, Tyler, is if we can check in with ourselves about our resentments, or about where we just kind of feel taken advantage of, or where if we're clear about our boundaries, where it's like somebody just said something to me that like that really doesn't sit right with me. Do I have to just take it? Do I have to just right? Also, like it's not just things being said. It's expectations of like, look, we expect you to eat pie and then stay for 5 more hours. Well, maybe I just want to eat pie and go. Like, so it's just time. It's just, so you can have boundaries around what people say, around time frames, around
activities.
what you do.
What if I hate football, but my family watches 12 hours of football on Thanksgiving?
Well, then you're just wrong. That's totally on you.
What if I'm the in-law who hates football and my partner, my whole family watch 12 hours of football in a day? Like, I either have to then come around to saying, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice and be a part of that and make the best of it and enjoy it because I chose to be there. Again, choice to be there. Or I need to be able to say, you know what? Hey guys, I'm gonna go do some. I'm gonna go for a walk or go do some Black Friday shopping, or I'm gonna go like do some meditation or something else. You guys enjoy it. Have a good time. Exactly. And even if the family goes, oh, so you don't even want to be a part of the family, then you get to come back with the energy of, no, that's not it at all. I'm happy to be part of the family. I love eating dinner with you guys. Let me know when you want to play the board games or whatever. But
even be like, you can think that I don't want to be a part of the family. That's fine.
That's okay. Like I can't stop you from feeling that way.
Yeah.
And what I don't want to be is a part of a 12-hour stint of football, right?
Right. Like yeah.
That's if that's the example we're using. But I think what I'm getting at is the energy that we want to approach it with is I want to offer the best of myself and help things go as right as possible. And by owning my choices and knowing inside myself what are those parameters, then I can, sometimes that's an outward boundary that I'm setting with my family where I'm like, hey guys, like if we cover these kinds of topics, I'll probably ask us to stop or shift gears. And if not, then we'll go do something different.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's not even like an outwardly spoken set of parameters. It's more of a guideline on the inside of like, oh yeah, like I am or I'm not going this way or that way with the conversation.
Right.
Right. And doesn't sometimes they don't even need to be spoken to everybody else.
Right. Right. All right. So check in with yourself. Notice your resentments.
First, notice where you'd be resentful. First, check in with yourself and acknowledge you have a choice.
You have a choice.
First.
You have a lot of power here.
Where are your breakdowns in terms of like the place where you grimace about going or the resentments you're going to have?
The other big choice that you have, and I think this one isn't like people don't want to own this one all the time, but you have a choice to take things personal or not. And so when boundaries aren't just about like, I'm going to tell you what you can and can't talk about. Like, let's say we go to Thanksgiving dinner and someone's rattling off about politics or something that's just like inflammatory. I can say, hey, I'm going to leave. And that's fine. That's a boundary. That's good, right? Mm-hmm. Or I can let them rant about politics and I can still be boundaried and be like, oh, that's their opinion. That's what they think. That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah. That's not about me.
Yeah. It's not about me. On with life.
Even if I vehemently disagree.
Yeah. Right. So instead of getting into this knockdown, drag out, prove them wrong fight right now, I'm going to just realize that they have their opinion and that's fine and that's them. And I have boundaries here. I don't take that on and that's okay. On with life. So you have a choice to take things personal or not.
I think that's that could be its own whole section of this, Brannon, because we as human beings, our default setting is to take things personally. Yeah. And so it actually takes
especially family.
Yeah, but because it's the soup we were cooked in, basically.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot of work it takes a lot of mindfulness practice to know what those tells are inside yourself when you know you're taking it personally. You know, when you start to feel that certain stirring in your chest, or for me, if my jaw starts to clench, like that's a big sign for me, and my face will start to flush, or it's like, oh, why am I taking this so personally?
Right.
Because it's not really even about me. Even
Right.
if the topic is about me, it's not actually about me, right? We talk
Right.
about this in the podcast all the time.
Right. Right. It's so interesting. Like if you bring up me liking to eat eggs, for example.
You love eggs. You love them.
You know
Like
what I
you
feel?
would have eggs instead of turkey for
You know what I
Thanksgiving.
feel? No, I love my turkey. Don't I mean, hey. Um no, eggs next to the turkey, that's fine, whatever. Um I take that as love. It's like, yeah, you're joking with me about my eggs, right? If I'm talking about your big nose or whatever, it's like, hey, you know, but really, like, to take a step back and be like, no, let's say I brought up your nose. You know, we joke about Tyler's nose because when he was born, apparently he came out nose
I
first.
decided to push for like 10 hours with my nose first. So basically my whole face was my nose.
And our dad talks about going to the hospital and they had to like look through the window and everyone's like, oh, that's a cute baby. And then they get to Tyler and they'd be like, oh,
Oh,
that's a cute baby.
Dad's first in my baby book. It says this. It says like it's like my dad's first words were, "Hooray, it's a boy! Look at his nose."
Right. So, but back to the point, right? Like we can choose to take these things personal, and sometimes people are absolutely attacking and aggressive and try to get people to take offense. Or you can see some of it as like just connection, love. It's, is it the most healthy way to connect? I don't know, right? But it's like fun. You're so close with your family, you can connect on these things. So, and your nose doesn't look like the day you were born. I wasn't there the day you were born, but
Yeah. You just have to go off stories and pictures.
now we just talk about your veneers.
That's exactly right.
We've shifted from your nose to your teeth.
Yeah, you have. Actually, what's funny about that, Brannon, this is total side note, but you went from the nose, and then you and Rex, without knowing it, you gave me childhood trauma. I, to this day, hardly ever wear a hat because one day when I wore a hat, you guys had nothing else to go on to pick on me, so you said I had big ears.
So and a hat was showing your
and the
ears?
hat was making the ears point out.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
But now you've moved on to the teeth. So
I gotta stop.
you've pretty much gone everything except the eyes on the face. You gotta get the
I
eyes.
gotta stop, man.
Get the
I'm
eyes,
sorry.
and after that you'll be fine.
Hey, who am I to talk? I gotta stop.
No, but
I'm sorry.
To your point though, Brandon, like that's the point. Like the point you're trying to make is that I could take any of that personally, and I will then do a lot of resenting, a lot of regretting, a lot of avoiding. If I know you're doing it jokingly, and that's kind of how we sometimes communicate with each other in brotherly banter type stuff. And so to me, I don't take offense to that. So there's no real
Right.
There's no real pain in that.
There's
right?
actual connection.
Right. We're able to laugh and joke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that requires two things, I think. I think one is that when something like that is said, it is out of love. It's like, hey, we're joking. And like when you talk about whatever, eggs or whatever, it's like out of love. And two, on the other side of that is I'm not going to take offense. Like I'm not going to.
Right.
And if it is offensive, I can then voice that and say, hey, like, can we lay off the eggs? Like I make good scrambled eggs, poached, whatever. Can we just lay off of it?
Yeah. Hey guys, like that was funny for the first 20 times.
Yeah.
Right now would probably be the time to stop.
For the first 43 years of my life, it was hilarious. We're good.
It's not
now.
funny anymore.
Every time you eat a deviled egg, you don't have to look my way.
Every time I see a plate of deviled eggs, I don't make the comment. I'm like, hurry and get some before Brannon sees it.
Yeah. See how he gets that in there.
But if that really was offensive to you, you could say, hey, Tyler.
I would actually have to get serious and be like, hey,
will you knock it off, man?
Yeah, like we're good on the egg thing. Like I'm kind of done with that.
Yeah.
And hopefully you would be like, all right, like I can respect that.
I remember a time at this, Brannon, where there was like, this was several years ago, and there was a little bit of like family drama, and we were getting ready to go to a family event together. And we stopped at a church building to play some games and stuff, and you and I had kind of had a little bit of a dust up.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, "Hey, Tyler, I need to talk to you." And then we found a private room, and we sat down, and we hashed out what your feelings were, what my feelings were. And we kind of came to like this understanding with one another. And then we were able to go and have 3 more days of a really nice time together.
Yeah.
That otherwise would have been spilled with drama if it didn't just get spelled out and talked through.
That was really healthy.
Right. That was actually
what we did. That was very healthy.
That was actually healthy.
Yeah. But I love this example. Like, and honestly, Tyler, a lot of people, I remember sitting there in that room in that church, like they don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation. They don't want to sit there and be like, hey, like, let's get real about where we're at with a couple of things. And, but you know what? That's what makes relationship good, is like, we can actually stop and be like, hey, like, this isn't okay, or that's not okay.
I think that's it, is especially if the energy is the parties that are involved, we want it to go right.
Right.
Like the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to go have a great weekend with you.
Right.
Right. Like let's figure this out. Let's come to the reality of the situation. Let's figure out how to navigate it together so that we can enjoy each other's company.
Right.
So that I can be excited to see you, or, you know, everyone else who's traveling home this weekend can be excited to go hang out with like their siblings and their parents and go, hey, this is the reality of our situations, and yet I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still here because I love you. Right. And like, so that's why that's why Brannon pulled me aside and had the deviled egg talk.
But that's not always available. Like sometimes there's relationships, like back to Clark Griswold, if he sat his great aunt down and said, hey, let's have a talk, like she's not available to have that talk. So then he's got to do his own work to be like, okay, how do I want to handle this and show up when I can't get that validation or communication from that person who's just not available. And sometimes that happens with people that you think should be available. I think a lot of times with parents and things like that, we think mom and dad should show up for us, but they don't have the skills or ability or wherewithal to actually connect in those ways. And that's where you got to take a step back and say, okay, like, then what are my options here? Right?
Yeah. And those options might be doing something different. Maybe you don't invite great aunt with the Jell-O, the cat litter Jell-O. Or maybe you actually tell cousin Eddie that it's time to hit the road in his RV. Or you change the story that you're living by and you accept the trade-offs of either option.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But at the end of the day, there's trade-offs. Yeah. Right. So as long as I'm choosing to understand that my decisions are leading to trade-offs, I'm now accepting whatever the trade-offs are of my decisions, whether that's to stay or to go, to have the conversation or not. If I can still possibly change the way I look at it or change the story about it.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Yeah, like who knows? Biggs might hate that for the last 20 years he's done the turkey song.
I don't think so. But
we love that he does the turkey song.
No, I think he's good with it. I hope. I pray.
But if Biggs were to show up and resent all of us because of the turkey song, that's actually going to be on him to either change the story or not do the turkey song.
I know, but no pressure. That would ruin my whole Thanksgiving. Don't even plant this idea for him not to do it.
That's how families respond, Brannon, to this kind of stuff.
I'm responding. I know. I'm the one.
You're responding
that
the same way that families respond to that. If someone else comes in and disrupts the family system, the family is like, no, don't even plant that in. And no, that like we are definitely still doing that.
Yeah, it's still on him to say like, I don't want to do it. Even if I'm like, hey, you're going to ruin my whole Thanksgiving forever.
He'll be like, that's tough for you. I hope you figure that out.
So will you stop this example?
Here's a deviled egg.
I do not want Biggs to get this idea. So, all right.
I think Biggs loves it, though. I think he loves it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just talk about some holiday stuff for just a second. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Thanksgiving dish.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's the worst one you've had, and what's the best one you've had?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, there's like, there's like the traditional Thanksgiving stuff that you
Yeah.
like, you know, you expect to have the turkey, the stuffing, the sweet potatoes. I think if the green beans that are cooked properly get cooked with like the right crunchiness and everything, I love those for some reason, and I
Really?
really love the sweet potatoes, but only if they're done just right.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay.
So
Do you like a lot of like candy, like sugar on the sweet potatoes?
I like a little yeah, but more so the crunch. There's got to be something crunchy on the top.
Okay. Okay.
But I know where you were going.
Where am I going?
I could see the look on your face when you're like, "Whoa, what's the weirdest thing you've ever had?"
I said the word. The worst.
Why don't you answer that one first?
Well, apparently you have an answer. So,
Well, I had the answer based off of what the look on your face was.
you know exactly what it is, but you're not going to say it.
Where I was going to is I was setting up the assist to say, let's just say that some people bring the traditional kinds of things to Thanksgiving, and other people bring things. It's like Sesame Street, where it's like one of these things is not like the other, and there's like 3 guinea pigs and 1 puppy running around. Like sometimes there's a dish like that will roll into Thanksgiving once in a while, and you're like, not that it's a terrible dish all by itself. It's just that it has no place being at a Thanksgiving dinner table.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I can say this, and this is just me, this is just Brannon's opinion. And I love this. I absolutely love it, but guacamole has no place at Thanksgiving. It just has no place. There's no place for it.
I love guac.
I get it. I eat guac 5 times a week.
On the last Thursday of November, let's not worry about that
let's
one.
leave the guac alone. We got I guarantee you there wasn't a pilgrim whipping up an avocado. I guarantee you. As much as I love it, leave the guac at home. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, what was your? Well, you asked me a question. It's your turn to ask me a question.
Okay, so I'm
'Cause I
thinking
got some
Hall.
more.
Okay. This is derailing fast, Brannon. Hopefully we
Yes.
got something of value to people about boundaries before we get into this. Okay. What comes I don't know if you picked this one up or not, but what comes to mind thinking holiday story when you think of the bountiful bubble?
Oh man, oh, I actually loved that. That was
I know
great.
you were in seventh heaven. That's why I brought it up for you. I threw you an assist.
I absolutely. So Tyler's a year older than me. Rex is 2 years younger than me, and I would love when they would get in a fight.
And you were out of it.
And I wasn't in it. And I could just sit back and watch it and be like, oh, yeah, this is crazy. This is just fun. This is nuts. So the bountiful bubble in front of the whole family.
This is like everyone gets together, like kind of we're rented out the bountiful bubble to play games, swim, everything.
And Tyler was like a 30-year-old man at this point. He was like,
I was like a senior in high school.
He was a grown man.
Senior in high school.
No, you were in college, because I remember Rex yelling at you like, go back to college with your friends. Anyways, Rex and Tyler they were playing a pool basketball.
No, it's football.
Oh, was it
inside the pool?
That's right. And it just started like escalating, like slowly. Like Tyler scored or something and spiked the ball. And then next thing I know, I look over and Tyler is like throwing the ball as hard as he can in Rex's face. And then they just start like getting closer together. They're just gonna go blows. This is in front of like not this is not just my parents. This is like cousins, aunts. Like there's like tons of people. It's like family reunion thing. Tyler and Rex are like fighting in the pool.
It was like, I swear the family was lined out around the outside, like going,
Watching
Jerry,
it.
Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerry. Like Jerry Springer show
Like
style.
dysfunction. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised you brought that one up.
That's hey, we're talking about family drama.
Yeah, hey,
we're talking about family drama.
We all got our stuff.
We're not immune to it.
We're not immune. We have our stuff. No one really won that fight.
No, nobody.
no.
Nobody wins those things.
Yeah, I didn't.
Except for you. You won.
I won.
Day.
That was very. That was. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the reality is, holidays and family are wonderful, and to me, it's what life's all about: bonding with people that you love and connecting. And as complicated as it is, and as dysfunctional as it can get, there's something beautiful about it. And that's why I love Christmas Vacation, because you can see him get to his breaking point, and yet something deep inside of him, deep inside of Clark Griswold, is like, this is what it's all about.
I love my family.
Like, this is what it's all. When he doesn't get that bonus and he loses his mind, he's still like, this is what it's all about. It's okay.
Yeah.
So,
And in his own way, Cousin Eddie shows up for him.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Big time. Cousin Eddie saved the day.
even though it led him to the brink so he could save the day.
Yeah. Well, I just want to wish everybody happy holidays. This will probably come out after Thanksgiving, right after it. But I hope everybody had a really happy Thanksgiving, that you were healthy, that you just enjoyed things and found some gratitude in your heart for all of the beautiful things that we have all around us.
Amen, Brannon. Family is an interesting thing, and it's beautiful. Even with its own challenges, it is what we have. Like, the people around us are the people that we have as our own clinical material for growth, for love, for sharing, and hopefully everybody gets a chance to do that in a meaningful and productive way over these holiday seasons. We love you guys.
Tyler, can I add one thing?
Yeah.
If you have a really good deviled egg recipe, can you send it to us?
With that, until next time, keep on keeping on.